Hey guys, this is Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming, and if you've played, oh god, especially if you've played Diablo, you know Blizzard has no fucking clue what they're doing. But if you've played World of Warcraft, you may think, WoW Legion seems pretty good. I will admit, I did play it a decent bit a month or so ago, and I did, for the most part, enjoy myself, but once I get up to raiding, I kind of start getting bored and burnt out just because it starts feeling less like playing a game and more of work, which I don't want to do in a game. So, on to the news of the day. Blizzard lying! Holy crap, who could see this coming except freaking everyone, because Blizzard's trying their best to become Activision. Well, since Activision does own part of them, I guess it kind of makes sense. But see, the big change with World of Warcraft's Legion expansion was when you started your leveling experience in Legion, you could choose to go anywhere in the world of Legion, and enemies would scale up to you, so you could go through all the different zones and just do whichever one you wanted. So, sounds like a cool idea. I admit, I actually thought it was pretty cool. I've never really seen anything like that in an MMO. But the big thing with this was, since the way World of Warcraft works, you keep getting gear and it raises your item level. Now, enemies do not scale to your item level. They are supposed to scale to your level. Your max level in World of Warcraft after beating through Legion's questing is 110. But your item level can keep going up once you get gear from raids. Now, back in September, Blizzard said that World Quest, it was a response to a World Quest question: do they scale with item level, or they just become easier for greater rewards? And the answer was, once you hit max level, the world does not scale to your gear. And it makes sense, right? And enemies don't keep scaling up with your item level. That would be freaking annoying. Well, it just so happened yesterday, big patch came down from World of Warcraft from Blizzard. And guess what happened? They made it so that enemies scale with your item level. Congratulations, Blizzard. This is freaking amazing. Now, if you played World of Warcraft during Warlords of Draenor, you know that the big shitstorm back then was over flying. This might just be better than that, because Blizzard eventually implemented flying through a really long, convoluted, and boring rep grind patch where it was really, really hard to get flying. And just, everybody made the joke that it's like, they added it in, but it was just basically, they made it hard to get as a big middle finger to the community. And now, they stealth patch in something they said they would never do. I mean, listen to this response back from the September thing. They said, once you're max level, the world isn't scaling with your gear. There would be problems if we tried to do that. What do you do with a fresh 110 and a raid geared 110 fighting the same mob in the same place? We could, I guess they had a typo here, we could some kind of scaling, I guess, like leveling to normalize it. But I think that would go too far in undermining the core sense of power progression that is part of an MMO. Listen to this. This is like a freaking how-to on how to not screw up progression in an MMO. And then Blizzard goes in and stealth. They didn't even put it on the PTR, the test realm. They just stealth freaking patch in item level scaling. What? I haven't played WoW since like early March. I'm definitely not playing WoW now. This is freaking stupid. Jesus Christ, Blizzard. You just literally lied. Bold-faced lied. Tried to hide it. And now I've just gotten caught red-handed. This is freaking amazing. Oh my god. I don't know. Hold on. I'm scrolling through their forums here. The blue post for this from the community manager is goddamn glorious. Apologies for the delay in getting information out on this. This is the Blue Post. Our initial focus was on putting out other patch day fires. This is the freaking forest fire. Yes, this reflects a deliberate change, but it's also not working exactly as we intended. It's like the PTR doesn't exist or something. The scaling may be too steep, and the fact that unequipping a piece of gear can ever be helpful is a bug in the system, because if you take a piece of gear off, the enemy you're fighting's health just drops. It's freaking hilarious. We'll be looking into making changes to correct this in the very near future. Power progression is an essential part of the WoW endgame, and the last thing we want is to undermine that. We stressed the importance of that progression when discussing how the level scaling system worked in Legion around the time of the expansion's launch. Okay? But as we've watched Legion unfold, we've come to observe some side effects of our endgame content plan and the associated reward structure that made us reconsider. Oh boy! Oh, we've never had the initial outdoor world content stay relevant for this long in an expansion before. That doesn't even really make much sense, but okay. I mean, good God. The best part is below here. Let's find it real quick. Let's find it. Power progression is an essential part of the WoW endgame. Obviously not. When someone's trying to wind up a 2.5 second cast, but can't get a nuke off. What? Typo. Against a quest target before another player charges in and one-shots it. That feels broken. That feels like fucking WoW. I mean, if you're a 110 and you go back to like freaking Stormwind, the shit just like by Goldshire, that's what happens. It's progression. What are you doing? This isn't even going to help that. Let's think about this. If you're a level 100, a level 110 can still, assuming, how would that work? It's the freaking thing that was brought up earlier. How does that work? What does it scale to? Does he scale up to the 110 that's running up and hitting him? Or does it stay for the level 100? What are you trying to do here, Blizzard? Your guys are freaking morons. Good God. This is even... How? How did you screw this up? How did you think this was a good idea? I swear to freaking God, people who are actually playing World of Warcraft, or playing Diablo for that matter, could hire these guys. For the love of God. I swear, there's some of these people that have to have a better clue what to do to make these games better than the people working at Blizzard. Because they honestly don't have a clue. And I just don't see what they're freaking trying to do. You have Diablo 3 that's not an RPG. You have World of Warcraft that is slowly becoming not an RPG and starting to become more like Diablo. What the heck? Well, old Diablo at that. But Jesus Christ, Blizzard, just... You guys gotta roll back this patch, because this, at least this part of the patch, is broken beyond belief. You have no clue what you're doing.